of the dark horse candidates, right? That's right. And okay, the Sheik. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, he was thinking about the Crom, maybe working about considering it, but obviously the Sheik is very well practiced. We saw that in the exhibition match against Rocks yesterday.
But I was talking about this with Aussie Rod on yesterday's commentary blog. Sheik, he can put a lot of damage. She can put a lot of damage, but
struggles to kill.
Yeah, struggles to kill. That's like the Sheik course, right?
Right. I mean, it's just a little bit hard for the character to find some raw kill options, especially at higher percents. And Yoshi's double jump armor is going to pose a very unique kind of problem that Mr.R is going to have to try and solve here. Both players in shield. What if we both sat in shield in PS2?
Fun date idea. We both see that shield.
Oh no! Maybe he doesn't actually pursue the Tetris situation. That was interesting.
Maybe he's just trying to play a little bit more calm. Just.
Or he's respecting Mr.R a lot to feel like, oh, that hit, there's no way he's going to miss the tech. Nevertheless, able to sequence that into the up air, try to strike with fair from deep. And look at that, Meme immediately goes out of dodge to avoid the grenade. It's not a super powerful projectile option, but you don't want to be caught up in the explosion just because of Sheik's combo potential.
Yeah, that's right. The combo potential on the side of Sheik, like you mentioned it, one of their strongest aspects of the character, but I think that Yoshi has the advantage when it comes to getting those kills, and we all been hit by that downer.
What if we just sat and practiced yoga by tilting in the center stage of PS2?
Why wouldn't you come and get hit by my up?
Right.
Wouldn't that be great? And
yeah,
Mr.
nevertheless,
like, nah.
Mr.R has really been playing with his back to the PS2 Pokeball for most of the set. Definitely controlling the pace of play for the most part. Using those needles to force Meme to kind of funnel him in, try and make him just dare to just jump on in on him, because you know that's what Yoshi wants. He just wants to land on you with his big old Tims.
Yeah, and we've all been hit by the downer, and you're at 0%, that by the end of the move you're like at 50.
Yeah.
You're like, what happened? I just got hit by one move multiple times, right? But Yoshi, they got the teams like you mentioned it, and there they are, the teams on the side of Meme.
Oh my gosh!
And look at my teams.
I think he might have actually inadvertently snuck in under the grenade toss. There was no active hitbox there at that point, and maybe just like walked up and kicked him right into the blast zone. We go drop. Yeah, tear dropped him.
The breakdance.
Yeah, getting that down smash to work its wonders.
But now let's see if Mr.R can get a little bit of a lead against Meme. We got a pretty even game. The backers on the side of Meme. The Nairs going for the fair. Okay, the down air and 66% just like that in the blink of an eye. Now what is Mr.R going to do to try and close this percentage gap? Another Nair trying to put a little bit of space between the two of them using those projectiles on the side of Yoshi. Okay, the dash attack. And we're back on the neutral pro.
You know, I will say this, Meme's doing a really good job making sure it doesn't overextend too much. Like, yeah, he is getting struck back by Mr.R, but honestly, if you're trading low percentage hitboxes from Sheik that are more just kind of like reactionary A-landing type options, you don't have to really necessarily feel like you're in that much danger. It's kind of more in the mid-percents that you're going to have to like be careful for what setups are coming up. Meme, oh my gosh, he almost got a chance there. Instead, Mr.R, he might be in the driver's seat here. Meme has to land, and he does.
Yep, and we are back on the ground, but the throw and the trade. Now Mr.R trying to get back onto that green dinosaur, trying to send him all the way back to Jurassic Park. Another back throw and the bouncing fish. That is enough. Get out of here, little dinosaur.
Yeah, you can almost say in French, you almost say that he would just went fishing right there. Oh my gosh, excellent back air strike from Meme. He's managed to get right back into this one. And folks, this is kind of, quality of players we come to expect here in top 64. These are the kind of players that are vying for the crown. So you know how well practiced and how well close they are in skill.
Yep. Super close in skill, but now what can Mr.R do about this lead that he's got against Meme? Ooh, the rolls. We're back in the neutral game. A little bit of needle damage.
Yeah, some needle action. Trying to tattoo Meme with a lot of those needles. But Meme the chance to get the reversal here. He goes off stage. Mr.R now with the chance himself. These two are just going to play very selfishly here. This fall third. Weak hit a bouncing fish. Allows Meme to keep surviving. Using the double jump armor. Up tilt up air. Nair, nice. Now we're getting right back into the green zone of Pokemon Stadium 2. And these two are just fighting right back at it. Just throwing haymakers one at another right now.
And I think that if Meme gets a couple of good hits on Mr.R, Mr.R it's one hit away from dead. Okay, maneuvering around the Sheik bomb, trying to go for those nairs. We're back on the center stage of Pokemon Stadium. Mr.R is struggling, and man, he smells the blood on the water.
Oh, wow, he was able to cover his Tetris with down smash. And again, I love how Meme is respecting Mr.R's ability to get back to ledge, just to keep on up with the pressure. Oh, again, another tech miss. Mr.R has to clean it up, otherwise Meme might be able to close the gap and steal this first game. Oh, deep, and there we go! He lets him taste the rainbow with that bouncing fish arc. Mr.R, strong, able to clutch it out and take game one.
Ooh. The conversion of the nair on the side of Mr.R. The nair going, connecting with the
You
bouncing
almost have to
fish.
wonder if Meme was maybe respecting Mr.R a little too much. I think there may have been opportunities where if he played it a little bit more belligerently, he would have been able to catch up Mr.R. There was some situations where Mr.R was not hitting his techs, and Meme maybe just hesitated a little bit too much and wasn't able to like get in there and take that one. You know what I mean?
I like to call it the pro player, the top player fallacy. Like you think like, oh, this is not gonna hit him because why would it? He's a top player, but top players also make mistakes. So it's so hard to determine how much credit you can give your opponent.
Of course, that's the stress of playing with so much on the line, so much credibility, so much money on the line here for these guys. Out deep, see, I think that's gonna be the change here. Meme might be going out more deep with Nair and Fair a little bit more, but that's the trade-off. You're gonna be more vulnerable to the grenades from ledge too, which is not what Meme wants to be hit with.
Yep, that's right. And now Meme putting those down tilts just here and there, trying to tell Mr.R I'm willing to go for these options, but we're back in the neutral game. Okay,
I love the movement from Mr.R. Look at that Fair drift back that you couldn't have executed that any much better. Oh my gosh! He almost caught Meme yet again with the bouncing fish. Meme needs to have that more scouted. He needs to be ready for it.
He's gotta be ready for
the
up
close!
Wasn't enough. Mr.R, he's still alive, but now, Meme, what are you gonna do? Once again, the back air putting Mr.R off stage. Oh, trying to go for the fair. Oh, doesn't hit, doesn't get Meme with the grenade. Back in the neutral game.
I love how Mr.R has denied Meme any of these edge situations. It's almost like he's like, you know, I've had a well-balanced breakfast. No waivers for me.
No waivers. No thanks.
And Meme says, I ain't cooking for you. You take these cleats.
You're gonna take them. Omelette or
scrambled.
Scrambled, that's right.
Oh, and again, Mr.R right back on it. And that's, you have to be able to mitigate any kind of lead your opponent has when you're at this high level. You're going to throw situation combos? Nope. Again, this is why you're not seeing a lot of the quintessential Sheik conditional grab play. This is Yoshi's double jump armor kind of renders that set play aspect for Sheik moot.
Yep, and Mr.R knows it. Mr.R knows it, and he's been doing such a great job playing around that.
Play around that right. Oh, look at that Sky Downer, the missed attack, and look at the patience from Mr.R.
Whoa, the combos on side of Mr.R making Smash Brothers Ultimate look like Alpha 3 with those custom combos. But once again, the down air on the side of Mr.R. Now Meme, he's got to think about that option. I love that on the side of Mr.R.
Maybe trying to resort to some down tilt pressure in order to at least control some ground space. And Mr.R isn't phased. Does get victimized by that up tilt up air. But look at the mix up on landings. And that's just the difference right now between these two is Mr.R has been able to just keep enough away, enough distance from Meme's dangerous options, but he gets egged up. Up tilt up air, that's going to do it. She just does not have the survivability to keep it up there at that percentage.
Yep, that's right. A pretty light character. They got a paper skin and classic.
Popped him up. There you go. Excellent classic up smash there from Mr.R.
Yep. But now we got a pretty even game pro right here. 16% of the side of Mr.R and 9% of the side of Meme.
And Meme's playing way too carelessly around that platform. You gotta be careful, not just for the raindrop confirms that Sheik has, but a lot of Sheik's just web options work really well when the opponent's kind of stuck on plat. Speaking of options, speaking of screens, an excellent sequence of up airs there from Meme. And he's starting to pull away from this one, Zed.
Yeah, that's right. Now let's see if Meme can just get maybe a fair, maybe an air. Oh, trying to go for the back air, but they didn't got Mr.R. Back on the neutral game. Mr.R takes his time to charge those needles. Get
There we
the
go. Oh, he missed!
Ooh.
He
Okay.
missed the up air. The drift in from Mr.R was there, but there we go. Ooh. Meme, he almost fumbled the bag so many times, but just like the veteran we've come to expect from him, he reaches out and snatches it.
And I think that we hadn't seen that option on the side of Meme through all these first 2 games, right?
No, because you'll see Yoshi go for the down B often to it's kind of like how Bowser does it the same way, as like a relatively safe, as long as you aim it for the ledge, a relatively safe recovery option when you're up high at that point. But it's usually only useful if Yoshi's facing somebody who's not like high pressure sitting at ledge, and Mr.R hasn't given him the space to do stuff like that. So Meme said, you know what, Hail Mary time, let's go for it.
I believe.
Yeah,
I want to believe.
Meme was a believer in the down B, and it rewarded him.
The downbeat church. Priest Meme. #1 believer. But now let's see what these 2 players can do. We're going up to Hollow Bastion for this game number 3. Bro, what do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I think Mr.R maybe saw that Meme was struggling a little bit with navigating the platform, so why not pitch it? Oh, no! Oh, the weak hit! That was so dangerous. Mr.R almost got caught with his pants down.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught with your pants down.
That's where I wear a nice belt.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
belt.
again! But just not low enough. And Mr.R has been counting his lucky stars to be able to survive 2 of those big Yoshi noggin fairs.
Who's got more luck, Mr.R or Big Teeny? Yeah, no. Something lucky. I don't know.
Ariana Grande? I don't know.
Yeah, Ariana Grande, exactly. But now,
let's say Mr.R is the luckiest man in Mexico City right now.
yeah, let's just leave it at that, right?
Yeah.
If I was Mr.R, I would just get up after this set and go buy a lottery.
Well, let me take it. Yeah, why not make more first place here?
Make more money, yeah.
Oh, man. But so far, so good for Meme right now. Mr.R fighting right back, able to get a small percentage bouncing fish to land. Oh, just avoids the ad yet again. Oh, these 2 are trapeze the way they play off stage, but there's no coming back from that dumpstering. Mr.R absolutely being done away there by Meme.
Now Meme with a pretty small lead, and I call it small because Mr.R could take this first stock up of Meme at any moment, right?
Oh, that's oh, there we go. Slid right in, just like he wants to let you know he's still here. Mr.R able to get that up smash to work.
Now with these pairs, with these upper
aerial control, he's answering Meme's jump habits very well, striking at the right moment, striking while the iron is hot, using the grenade there to cover himself. Nice parry on the edge too. Meme's gotten like no mileage out of the edge usage at all throughout the set.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen him going for those eggs because, like you mentioned, he hasn't really gotten a lot of dividends, a lot of percentage using those eggs, and I've seen a lot of Yoshis that really like to put that option out there just to create a little bit more space.
Oh, he almost popped his shit.
Yep.
Oh, tech chase. Oh my gosh, he almost pushed the button right there. He could have gone out further deep with fair, but decided not to risk it and fall. Mr.R trying to get that fair shuffle to work.
I think that Meme is finally starting to find a little bit more of his new offense because Mr.R has been doing such a great job of adapting, and the up smash wasn't enough, bro.
And that's part of what you were talking about at the start of the set. Sheik has sometimes a hard time killing. Yoshi's so heavy. That is a big dinosaur that Mr.R is trying to banish back to the Jurassic Age. But still, no harm, no foul between these 2. They're very close right now. Big Fair striking. Meme caught at ledge. Mr.R using that Hollow Bastion platform as a house, but he manages to just be out of range, but not out of range of the bouncing fish. Excellent call out from Mr.R.
The MVP for Mr.R, though, that bouncing fish has been putting on the work.
It's the burst option he needs in order to deal with Yoshi's more defensive properties in his floating movement. Fair shuffle, getting like a handful of damage. Up air, still not enough. Good survival DI there by Mr.R. Tries to strike again. He's had so much success with the down air that I'm not surprised that maybe he's finally starting to react to it. Grenade out. It gives Mr.R stage control. Love the way he's using the grenades here.
Yeah, but now that Meme is a little bit more cautious about the down air, that is going to be an option that it's going to be taking more space
Than some of the other stuff he's been trying to keep track of.
Yeah.
That's a good point there, Zed.
Yeah, but now, once again, pretty even game in our hands, 14%.
This is such a pivotal stock, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But strikes with the fair, doesn't get the second one to work, does call out the jump. The jump at disadvantage, double up tilt here from Meme. Oh, he has a chance. Oh, he was turned around. Good cross by Mr.R, but he's still being victimized by these arrows. These two are going tit for tat right now. Zed.
Yeah, it's been such a back and forth game, right? But any of these two players could take it right now, back in the neutral game.
He stopped out the fair. He's straightening him along.
And
Meme has to be careful. He can't think twice out here.
And in general, it's such a good option for Yoshi, right? It's not that risky, but Mr.R making it look like such a bad move for the dinosaur, trying to go for the downer, doesn't get it. Now Meme struggling to make it back to the center stage, to the center part of the stage, trying to go for those nairs, trying to go for those uppers. The down B didn't quite got Mr.R. Mr.R with the jab. Okay, once again, back in the neutral game. Ooh, the fair, the upper.
Oh, this is so tough. Meme going out deep, trying to sky Mr.R. Mr.R manages to get back. He drills him down. Mr.R getting a chance to strike this reversal to work. Trying to give him the no U card. He's got the Uno out, but oh, Meme finding a way back to ledge.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay, no.
It's just so tough. It's so close right now. There's the tense, folks. Oh, he needed the drag down. I think he wanted to drag down up air there.
Okay, but now Meme, what are you going to do? 125% of the side of the green dinosaur gets hit with the needles, trying to get that tattoo on the side of Meme.
Out there
off stage.
Oh my gosh! Circus light from these two performers, these acrobats.
These acrobats, call them the Flying Graysons because they are looking like acrobats, just like you mentioned it.
And most of them are about to be dead.
Most of one of them is gonna get killed. Yeah, exactly. And now, Mr.R taking the time to charge those needles.
He's just trying to make Meme stutter and step in. Oh! Oh my gosh! And Mr.R just thought he had the mark made, trying to go for the angle down needles to get a confirm out of it. He's trying to fish for one of those confirms. And Meme actually using the Hollow Bastion counter pick against Mr.R, able to just squeeze inside the house, just like I was one day running away from my mom when I made her mad outside in the yard. I had to run in and shut the door behind me. That's what that was.
Yeah.
He got underneath the house and was able to escape a little bit of punishment and strike back to the up air.
I know that.
That's the running away from the Chantala?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, my mom used to say, like, if you run away, it's going to be worse.
Oh, no. So Meme's got to be careful. Here's Mr.R is definitely thinking about, like, I should have had that. I should have won that one. So here we go. Game 4, back to Hollow Bastion. And let's see what happens between these two fine competitors, two of the best in the world.
And I think that it's so hard to, after such a tense end to that last game, trying to regain your cool.
But if anybody could do it, it's these two veterans of the game.
Exactly, and I think that's what separates the good players from the top players, right?
Yep. I 100% agree. Kind of jockeying for position here at the final third of the stage, not surprising. Nobody really wants to sit inside that house for most of the gameplay on Hollow Bastion, so out here in the open air with these two to try and condition one another is kind of where we're going to see most of the action. Tech chase, he just go for double nair, nice. I wasn't able to catch him back. Mr.R able to get some ground underneath his feet and hopefully get back off the back foot. Force his way back in this one, using the fairs, he's using that house. Oh, excellent job there. We haven't seen maybe use. Oh, double drop down is going to get the raindrop. Oh. And just like here in Mexico City, the rain is strong. Oh.
Okay.
Zig, what did the people just see? Monstrous Yoshi mush getting that F smash call out. Yeah.
I'm speechless right now. I can tell you that I'm speechless. I might not be able to tell you exactly what Meme did because it was a blink and you'll miss it moment.
I know. He just came back furiously against Mr.R. Now we're right back to the kind of medium-paced neutral we've come to expect between these two so far in this set. They've started to get on each other's habits and started to adapt to one another's callouts and particularities in their gameplay. Look at that. See? I love that Meme is just kind of like sitting on Mr.R whenever he's in disadvantage, just trying to like aerially be in the same spot and try and push his advantage but not going too far. Mr.R, for his efforts though, has gotten a lot better at controlling the ground game. Oh, the bounty fish whiffs!
And we mentioned it. We were talking about this earlier, right? After.
Oh! He bounced him off the hard cam! Mei, he's one stock away from being able to claim one heck of a bounty, one heck of a scalp here in order to try to take care of one of Europe's best, Mr.R.
We haven't seen Mr.R going for the down air option anymore. After
That's true.
Meme showed us that he was ready to react to it.
Double claim.
Mr.R was just like, okay, you're ready for it. I'm no longer going to do it.
And nevertheless, Mr.R is he's definitely close. Oh, and again, the bounce is just off a little bit. He's showing some parts of weaknesses in Sheik's overall game plan. There's an option there that just, it feels like it should click. It didn't quite work out there. And since the drop, oh, he almost was able to sneak in that down air right there. Drew Meme in. He's just trying to find the confirm, and Meme is not giving it to him.
Yeah, Meme has been really on spot with these jumps every time that Mr.R gets a hit, just to get away from a lot of Sheik's skill options. And now let's see if Mr.R can keep his move. Okay, the parry.
Oh, he's gonna do it, drag up to the upper. Yeah, parry punish. You love to see it. That shows just the demeanor of Mr.R in the face of one heck of a deficit. He was so cool in collecting that to go for that confirm.
Yep, that's right.
You have to have the belief in yourself when you're at this level.
You gotta believe, yeah, exactly. You gotta believe, like Meme believes in that.
Drag down?
Air. Okay.
Oh, you gotta be careful. Oh, he tried to escape. He might not have a jump there. No, he does.
But now with pretty even percentages in air.
This is anybody's game.
This is anybody's team, that's right.
Oh my god, he hasn't been using the fairs like that. He started playing more belligerently. He started to play more to Yoshi straight, almost getting the fair and connect. And there we go! And Meme has done it! He does it in his style from Mexico.
Taking 3 games off of Mr.R. 3-1 marks the final score.
Don't you forget about Meme.
Yeah, don't you forget about Meme. How many players can say that they have done such a feat?
And it's taking in a bounty like such as Mr.R. Not a ton, but nevertheless, you just it's tough. Like Sheik is a character where you can see where the possibilities lie for her to operate at the highest level. You know, like you can see that it's clearly there. This character is just monstrous combo potential.
Yeah.
But there was like